Hi, I'm Dave Casey, founder of the Innovation Leaders Club. In this video, we'll be looking at how to get good ideas, and we'll have multiple of videos targeting ideas, but this one is one of the first. One thing that is interesting that you will see in this video, to get a very good idea is about numbers. People sometimes say, it's not hard to get a good idea, you just need one good one. Yeah, but that's easy to say, but it's hard to do. So ultimately what really happens, in order to get that very good idea, you need to generate a lot of them. So let's have a look.
This video from the Innovation Leaders Club will explain how to get excellent ideas in creativity sessions. Your innovations can't be better than the ideas you get. The question is how to improve the quality of the generated ideas. More precisely, the video will explain how the power of numbers will yield excellent ideas out of your creativity sessions. Holding creativity sessions is great to bolster the innovation culture and to fill an innovation pipeline. The video will cover how these creativity sessions can become productive. We have developed a 60-page visual guidebook on how to develop an innovation strategy. It is a fully illustrated step-by-step guide to building the foundation of an innovation system. Click the link in the description below to download it for free. Let's have a look at the power of numbers. Imagine that you need to assemble the best team for a specific project, and you have a choice between 30 people, between 300 people, or between 3,000 people. Which group will likely allow you to create the best project team? The group of 30 people, the group of 300 people, or the group of 3,000 people? Of course, statistically, the bigger the resource pool you have, the more probable you will find the best team players. The example also applies to creativity. With more ideas you get, the better are the chances of getting amazing ones. Hence, the key question is, how many good ideas do you need to get a successful one? 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, or more than 1,000?
Now that we have seen that to get a good idea, we need a lot of ideas, and we need to get those ideas from a lot of people, ultimately the key question is, how many ideas do I really need to have? And there's a credible scholar called Robert J. Cooper that came up with some studies a few years ago, but I think it's still relevant today. So let's have a look at how many ideas that this study came up that you need to have ultimately to generate a successful innovation. So we'll look at what is the average ideas that organizations are having, and that's going to give you something that could be feasible within your organization. So let's have a look.
Based on a study realized by Robert G. Cooper, a well-known scholar and the father of the stage gate, it takes roughly around 60 acceptable ideas to get one innovation success. Keep in mind that this is a ballpark, so it's not 10 ideas or 500. Also, 60 acceptable ideas mean that they went through an initial filtering process to remove the low potential ideas or those not aligned with the strategy. It means that these ideas target what you're looking for. Moreover, a concept is rarely the output of a single idea. It is usually a combination of multiple ideas on different matters, such as various functions combined with an operational process. Thus, having a pool of ideas will provide more possibilities and contribute to generating even more solutions. Here's a real example coming from a club member. The innovation they were seeking required 2 functions and a process for the manufacturing of the product. In this case, they went through separate creativity sessions for each function and for the processes. The ideas here are represented by each post-it. Then they went through an additional session dedicated to developing a concept by combining ideas represented here by the navy blue circles. This is why it is important to have a lot of ideas. Notice here the idea being considered has received voting dots during the creativity session. This is called qualifying ideas and keeping only the ones that are worth it. According to Peter Cohen, an associate professor of Stevens Institute, a researcher and also known as the father of the front-end of innovation methodology, the key issue is not picking the winners, but killing the losers early. The point here is to not waste time with bad ideas. Since the goal of the creative process is to generate as many ideas as possible, you might wonder how to filter a large number of ideas in a timely manner. The worst thing you could do after brainstorming is to leave the activity without having sorted out the ideas. If this happens during your creative session, you would have generated a huge problem instead of generating solutions. Therefore, it is usually best to use the same group that generated the ideas to trim them and collect the best ones. To filter a significant number of ideas, use successive filters. The first filters must be fast and efficient. The judgment here is based on sometimes imperfect information, such as business intuition of a group. If you use Post-its on a wall, you could allocate stickers or points to the people in the room so that they will need to spend the points on a certain number of ideas, thus forcing a choice out of everyone. As the process goes on, the filters will be more precise. Then the judgment will be based on refined and rational data such as criteria. Like most innovators, your objective is likely to increase the number of good ideas when holding a creative session. All the ideas can be placed on a normal curve. On the bottom end of the curve are the low potential ideas, while the top end features the ideas with the highest potential. So how would you increase the number of good ideas? First, you could simply increase the quantity of ideas. Statistically, having a greater number of ideas will provide more good ideas with higher potential. It may be obvious to only submit good ideas, but it is easier said than done. It's like asking a baseball player only to hit home runs. It is recognized that bad ideas often trigger good ones. Some club members use this technique at the beginning of a creativity session by asking the group to generate impossible ideas. Then they use the less unrealistic ones to stimulate the participants' minds. Here is some practical advice. Do not hesitate to promote wild and crazy ideas. They inspire people to think of unusual solutions. They add a bit of fun to workshops and raise spirits. Here are some examples of wild and crazy ideas. For instance, a pair of chopsticks with a built-in fan. Eating noodles has never been as innovative. How about a clear bread toaster? You can prepare your morning toast like never before. Or butter in a stick will save you from having to wash your utensils. By generating ideas on the margins, you will come up with both really good ideas and really bad ideas. However, it should help to increase the overall number of good ideas. Should you allow the creative process to kill ideas? The answer is yes. For the process to be effective, some ideas will inevitably be killed during the idea screening and selection of activities. It is the price to pay to generate more ideas and be more creative. Some members have placed their killed ideas, or rather unselected ideas, in a separate space to revisit at a later time. The truth is, innovators neither have the time nor the need to come back to those ideas. The purpose of parking ideas mainly involves the positive psychological effect it has on the people who generated the ideas. Let's discuss how to hold productive creativity sessions. What is the definition of creativity? It is a particular mental aptitude where various methods generate new ideas or find original solutions to an opportunity. It is an innate potential, however, adults tend to lose it over time. It can be developed. People express themselves differently. Some are shy, while others are very loud communicators. Therefore, anyone can be creative except when there is the hectic pace of today's workplace, such as multiple deadlines and meetings, an inability to capture and analyze ideas due to lack of processes, tools, and clear facilitators, and a brain in routine mode with repetitive tasks. However, the solution is that innovators must learn to switch mental gears when generating ideas.
To generate a lot of ideas, it is an interesting concept. However, those ideas have to be focused at something. So if you get people to generate ideas, but those ideas are going all over the place, you ended up with results that are going to be scattered. Ultimately, we're looking for some focused results. It is generating ideas. It is like going hunting. Let's say if you have a rifle and if you're going in the bush and then you start shooting in the trees hoping for something's going to fall. That's not going to work. Ultimately, you must have a target. You must have something that you're shooting at, and ultimately you will have success. That's the same thing for generating ideas. And also having a clear target allows for stimulation of the mind towards what needs to be achieved. If I say to a team, okay, generate ideas, because they don't know what kind of ideas I'm looking for, they might have difficulty to generate those ideas. But on the contrary, if I ended up being more precise, then people will have more ideas of what can be done. That's the same. So let's have a look.
It is important to remember that creativity requires a clear target, which is a precise and well-defined opportunity. For example, have a clear issue to be resolved and well documented. Even better, have the innovators witness the case with their own eyes by getting on their site before the creativity session. Some club members in the consumable industry visit stores before a session. This process allows them to have potential issues fresh in their minds, what the consumers get, the current offering, and even the competition. When the innovation target is clear, the ideas generated are directed towards the center of this target, and there is a greater chance that the result will be satisfying. Would you practice bow and arrow without a target? The same logic applies to creativity. Let's discuss creativity tools and the role of the facilitator. A creative process includes multiple sequences of divergence and convergence. When the objective is to generate as many alternatives as possible, you are in the divergence mode. Hence, it is not time to emphasize the pros and cons. However, when you are evaluating these alternatives to pick the best options, you are in convergence mode. It is important to distinguish between both and not mix them for better results. A creative process involves multiple divergence and convergence cycles. Starting from the identification of the opportunity, look at multiple clients' problems or needs and focus on a specific one. Next, identify multiple potential solutions by generating as many ideas as possible and selecting the most promising ones. Ultimately, work on the combination and improvement of the solution by creating various concepts, but only keeping the best. This is a complete creative process involving multiple divergence and convergence factors.
I hope this video was useful. Generating ideas is not that complicated, but generate great ideas gets more tricky. So ultimately, as you notice, it's a matter of number, and it is also a matter of having a precise target. Most of people do the two mistakes. First, they don't precise exactly what they're looking for. You will see additional video that we're going to deep dive into how we define those targets, and they don't generate enough ideas. Ultimately, using the best ideas, then you can combine those, and ultimately you're going to come up with some concept. There's another videos that we're going to address and discuss about how can we develop a feasible and strong concept. So looking forward to see you in the next video.
If you haven't already done so, you can get your hands on our popular 60-page visual guidebook for free. Click the link in the description below. Don't hesitate to watch the next video to learn even more about innovation management practices.